The time has come. Our journey with Globi to South America begins, namely at the port in Antwerp. We are very happy that we were allowed to drive our big baby ourselves on board, because as we have already observed, the local harbor operators are not always very careful. The loadmaster has booked us on deck 3, which is the main deck, because we will certainly have enough space here and not have to drive around any tight corners. The ship's deck is so huge that we can even turn around with Globi. We get a good place right next to the ship's wall, so he's already protected from one side. In addition, Globi has also nice company here. The harbor in Antwerp is huge, and the area of the Grimaldi shipping company is quite far in the back, so we have to pass a lot while driving out of the harbor. And of course, the basin is well filled with ships, so that the whole exercise is worthwhile. Once the ships are in their waiting position, they are well dialed sideways, so that they do not swim away while the water drains or respectively the lock is filled. And there is a latecomer, one of the many small transport ships that drive here in the harbor and on the rivers. In this case, sand and stones are transported for a construction site at the port. And finally, it's time. The lock is closed and water is let in. The pilots who guide us out of Antwerp are also already on board. They come each with their own laptop and steer the ships with their GPS data safely through the harbor. That went faster than expected. We can already start. First the smaller ships and then the big pods. We have never been on a cargo ship before, so everything is new to us. The cargo port is really huge and there is a lot to see everywhere. And since we are lucky with the weather, we enjoy the view from the upper deck. Shortly after the harbor, the border with Holland runs across the river Schelde. And in Holland, of course, the beautiful windmills may not be missing. And there the pilot ship drives back to its home harbor. We found this beach house settlement really weird. It's only open in summer. And now we do a tour of the ship. First of all, there is the dining room where the passengers eat with the officers. We, the 9 passengers and the captain with the 6 officers, have plenty of room. Next comes the lounge. Here's the coffee machine, you find a TV and a few comfortable sofas to hang out. The ship is long and accordingly the hallways. We take the first turn to get outside. Straight up to the upper deck. Gorgeous the sun. For once, even the wind is right, and so the huge chimney does not blow soot in our faces. And on we go to the gym. This is the meeting room, which is also used as another lounge for everybody. And this is the office of the first officer, who is responsible for the whole cargo. Here is the second exit to the upper deck. Past the hospital room and then you end up directly at the bridge, which we were always allowed to visit, except of course during difficult maneuvers. Moving across the bridge, we land again on the starboard side. And what else is missing? Exactly, our cabin. So let's go down again, around the corner, and we're there. Since we inhabit the so-called owner's cabin, we have 2 rooms. And of course a bathroom unit, that's clear. But mainly nice is that we can look out of the window.